What's poppin', gods and goddesses, playboys and bunnettes, emperors and empresses, and so much more? You are now linked in to House of Harlem Studio, and I am your host, Goddess Kia, and always to the right or the left of me is my host, Shaka L. Bay. And as per usual, our co-host Waji is always in the ones and twos in the chats. Shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to everyone in the world. Shout out to all of our fans and our listeners out there who always stay locked in with us, who always show us some love. We are deeply appreciated. And shout out to, most importantly, our sponsors. And one of them is the Carbon Juice Lounge. That's right, in the heart of Harlem. And who's our other sponsor, Shaka? Walking Admin. You'll get to see that later on.
Admin walking.
Admin Walking.
Peace. Peace.
Peace, love, and light. Sorry for the tardiness. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. We are here. There is lots to speak about. There's lots to speak about. Sorry, I'm just so used to not having my natural hair out, so I hope it's not too fuzzy. Man, it's been up and down. I remember, I don't know, it was Tuesday or Monday. It was in the 90s, which is okay, but the humidity was like on 200. So I just felt like I needed to be bald at that given moment. How you doing, Shaka? How's everything out there? How's everything going?
Yeah, everything's everything. You know,
Everything is
we're
everything.
alive to see another day, so
That's right.
can't complain.
That is absolutely right. That's a great spirit. Spirit. Should we give you a round of applause for that?
Nah, I think let the
Ah,
let the folks out there in cyberspace give themselves a round of applause for being here to witness us.
yes.
You know,
Yes. Yes.
being here, being able to be on deck with us. So they get the round of applause.
Surely do. Surely do. I do appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. I appreciate you, Shaka. It's been a long run with this platform. So it continues. It continues. Well, we have a lot to speak about, but first and foremost, we want to give our condolences to Master P. Reports, well, he reported that his daughter had passed away, um, and he had requested privacy during, his grieving time. He and his family. His son Romeo also posted a similar uh, comment in regards to it, and we definitely give our condolences. We definitely give our condolences. But I do want to touch on this topic just a little bit. It came out of nowhere, um, her death. So I'm just gonna read like a little article in regards to it, and just kind of like sum it up. So it's sort of it's redundant now. It's just like becoming a norm for just people randomly just ascending. And there's people who have access to money, who's living a different lifestyle from the average. So some legends as well, I might I add. And so it's just very heartbreaking. So Tatiana, what's her name? Tatiana Miller dies. Master P's daughter. This is from the deadline.com. Tatiana Miller, the daughter of rapper Master P, who struggled with addiction, were documented on the WeTV reality series Growing Up in Hip Hop, has died at the young age of 29. Very young. The news was announced on Instagram by Master P's Although a cause was by Master P, although the cause was not specified, the 52-year-old rapper wrote that mental illness and substance abuse is a real issue that we can't be afraid to talk about. Our family is dealing with an overwhelming grief for the loss of our daughter Tatiana, and Master P wrote, "We respectfully request some privacy so that our family can grieve, and we appreciate all of the prayers, love, and support. Mental illness and substance abuse is a real issue that we cannot be afraid to talk about, and with God, we will get through this." Okay? Miller's older brother, who is also in the limelight, Romeo Miller, appeared with his sister in a memorial episode of the Growing Up in Hip Hop, in which Master P encouraged a reluctant Tatiana to enter rehab during the show. I haven't seen that episode, or haven't seen any episodes, but I did hear about the show, and wrote on Instagram last night, "Our family is dealing with an overwhelming grief for the loss of my little sister Tatiana." Wow, I don't see, Romeo in any way in at the age of 30. I just see him as a young man. So if she's 29 and he's seeing his little sister, I mean, they could be 6 months apart, but that's neither here or there. We respectfully request some privacy so that our family can grieve. We appreciate all of the prayers and love. So this is a repeat, basically, of you know of the privacy that they're asking for. My condolences, our condolences here at House of Harlem, for their loss. It's unfortunate. Once again, she's just extremely too young. Um, in regards to this death, right? We, the regular people, I would consider us, right? Or myself, should I say? I don't want to speak for anyone else, but just regular people, working people, who don't may not have had the opportunity to receive these big checks, that some of these artists and celebrities have been able to tap into, especially Master P. Master P definitely was one of the first people to be independent and really paved the way to be independent and receive, probably from in the beginning, like the largest amount of money in the entertainment business during his time. So he really set the trend in that respect. Is that correct, Shaka? Well, am I correct in making that statement? I know he was independent. I know that, I don't, if I can recall, he didn't really sign to anyone. I think he was selling CDs or whatever out of his trunk, and I have read an article before that, he
Well,
kind of
he
received
did.
a good amount of money
He
during
did
his
make
method.
quite a bit. Um, he made quite a bit independently, but he did eventually hook up with a major label that gave him a great
Even more.
deal.
And I'm pretty
You
sure
know,
that deal
to get
was
start to for No Limit Records. No Limit Records was it was pushed. I forget what major eventually backed him, but he did a great deal on the independent side.
Yeah, I say that to say this. It has nothing to do, I know you guys are saying, what does it have to do with the death of his daughter, Tatiana? And I just made mention of it because sometimes it may appear like people who have that type of lifestyle may not be dealing with mental issues or drug substance or just day to day things. It just goes to show that, they are no different from us. Um, it is true that they have money and they may be able to tap into resources that we may not, on a higher level but for the most part they're having issues just like we are, and we have to constantly remind ourselves of that. I i just I'm just trying to gather how she even uh got hooked on it. um Quote me on this. I haven't done my research, but me reading an article years ago when Master P was going through his divorce with his wife, She actually sued their son because she claimed that his son was hiding money or assets from her for his father from her so that she wouldn't be able to tap into whatever alimony or whatever she felt like that she deserved. And it was made mention that she was using drugs at the moment. Um, so there's a possibility that Tatiana, that drug use, if that rumor is allegedly true. Let me clear that up. If that is true, there's a possibility that it could have stemmed from there. Um, Either way, I don't really want to touch on that story too much because let them people grieve. Let them grieve. Let them grieve. Let them grieve. Yet another beautiful soul lost. Too young for me. Too young. I mean, no age is a good age to lose someone. For substance abuse. No age is a good age, but no age is it doesn't matter. But this she had her whole life ahead of her. You know, I'm figuring she lived a privileged life, right? Because I don't think that he had her during his times of being in the street or being in poverty. So I'm just trying to gather my thoughts of how this was even possible. So for me, as an eye opener, I'm grateful for where I'm at in my life, and and just want to keep going and striving for optimal health. So, with that being said, do you have anything to say regarding that? Because I'm just gonna move on to the next story. It's These stories are just like it's just mind blowing to
Nah,
me.
it's just unfortunate, and
It's very unfortunate.
um, our prayers go out to the whole Miller family, in their time. So we're gonna leave that right there.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Now, strawberries, strawberries. Let me get to this article. I mean, strawberries. I think yeah. I mean, for those who don't know, you're gonna know. All right. So I'm reading this from self.com, but it was breaking news on major media outlets in regards to this. The Food and Drug Administration, okay, and you guys, please pass this information on to your family members and stuff like this. And we're going to talk about the proper way and the proper things to use to cleanse your fruits and vegetables. But before we get into that, the Food and Drug Administration is investigating a multi-state outbreak of hepatitis A, an infection that may be linked to organic strawberries sold at a popular grocery chains like Walmart, Trader Joe's, and Safeway. It don't sound unsafe about that. And they were labeled as fresh Kimbo or HEP strawberries. So remember that fresh Kampo, KAMPO, or HEB strawberries. Don't know what that's all about. And while they are past shelf
Probably
life,
hybrids or some shit.
they're past shelf life, they should be thrown away if they've been frozen or frozen for later consumption in accordance to statement from the FDA. The affected strawberries that can be maybe may cause hepatitis A and liver infection caused by hepatitis A virus was sold between March 5th and April 25th. I tell you, boy. The statement said that most recent illness connected to the outbreak began on April 30th. And whose born day is that? Restaurants and retailers should throw out fresh Kampo and HEP strawberries purchased between March 5th and April 25th. What month are we in right now? We're in June. And it just, okay. There have been 15 cases in California one in Minnesota and one in North Dakota. And infections have also been reported in Canada. We got to give thanks New York gets a break, right? We get a break for once. No deaths have been reported, but though the outbreak has caused 12 hospitalizations, the strawberries haven't been definitely established as a cause of the outbreak, but the FDA statement said that they are the likely cause of illness. Traceback data shows that people with infections in California, Minnesota, and Canada had purchased these strawberries prior to the illness. In addition to Walmart, Trader Joe's, and Safeway, the following retailers sold the strawberry: Kroger, HEB, Sprouts, Farmers Market, Aldi. Damn, that's a damn near the major ones. Ways Markets, Winco Foods. And if you have strawberries in your home and you don't know what brand they are and where they were purchased, you should throw them away. The FDA statement said. Hepatitis A is spread when a person comes in contact with an infected individual's stool, according to the U.S. Nation's Library of Medicine, the NLM. This can occur when persons eat food prepared who didn't wash their hands after using the bathroom, as we should know to do already, right? For instance, or eat foods rinsed with contaminated water. And we're going to have to talk about that. Illnesses caused by hepatitis A are usually occurred anywhere from 15 to 50 days after coming in contact with the contaminated foods. According to the FDA, anyone who has eaten either fresh Campo or HEB organic strawberries and developed symptoms of hepatitis A should contact a healthcare provider. Symptoms include nausea, very common, abdominal pain, vomiting, fatigue, jaundice, pale stool. Pale stool? What that shit look like? A bowl of nothing? And dark urine, per the FDA. It'd be so interesting when they tell you the side effects. It needs to be like common side effects that would happen in the human's body with any illness. It'd be funny. Vomiting, diarrhea. It's like, oh man. But obviously, if it's something that's consistent and whatever. But I've never ever heard of pale stool. What color is that? Which states that sometimes hepatitis A infections are asymptomatic. Okay, here we go again with that Rona, thing, particularly in children. And A, per the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. Infected people are advised to rest and stay hydrated per NLM, right? Which adds that health care providers may suggest certain medications to relieve symptoms of hepatitis A. A infection is severe cases. Infected people may require hospitalizations. Everyone is susceptible to a hepatitis A infection, though people who have received hepatitis A vaccine, y'all hear this? Or have been previously infected to do strong immunity according to the FDA. I'm going to read that again. Because here we go again. You know, you got to start putting one and two together, right? Everyone is susceptible to a hepatitis A infection, though people who have received hepatitis A vaccines or have been previously infected do have strong immunity. So for this, if you're infected, you have strong immunity. Either you took the vaccine or if you just got it. Peep it. Peep game. Just peep the game. According to the FDA, the CDC recommends 2 doses of the hepatitis A vaccine given 6 months apart for all children once they turn 1 years young. Anyone who ate the affected strawberries during the last 2 weeks and hasn't received the vaccine should speak to their healthcare provider to determine the best course of action.
Mm-hmm.
As per the FDA. You Let me hold on to air. Let me hold on to the air. You hear me? I'ma just stay here and look cute. Let me hold on to the air. Let me fix my hair. Let me gather myself up together. Let me gather myself. I'm on natural today. So, what is your sentiments about that, ladies and gents? What is your sentiments? Because here we go again. Some people are pro-vaccine. Some people are not.
Yeah, they done screwed.
Scientists have.
They done screwed
I have
with the
video.
fruit.
We have video of Fauci stating that
They screwed with the fruit,
immunity,
y'all.
immunity is the number one vaccine, right?
Natural
Natural
immunity.
immunity. Let's be specific. We gotta, yes, be very very specific. We had that on video long time ago. The skinny little scrumpy little Fauci. He's been in that position for way too long. When I look at some of the previous videos 10, 15, 20 years ago, this guy has been here forever. All right? So with that scientific fact, right? With that scientific fact out there into the ethers, into the universe, it's your decision on what you want to do. It's your decision. Um Sometimes I often feel like these things really are not happening and they're just putting out there to give fear or whatever. But whatever. Whatever. So, hi y'all. Is anyone in the chat? Do they want to say anything? Because we got to start getting some remedy. When we hear things like this, we don't want to dismiss it, whether it's true or false. First and foremost, one of the very, very, very easy remedies is wash your hands. Wash your hands with soap, please. Anything you, it's not just even using the restroom. It's touching certain things, and your hands should be washed 60 seconds. You should go like this, wash it, go in between. You know the best way to learn how to wash your hands is from the medical field. Like this, you should have running water where you can't touch any of the pipes or whatever, and you should wash one hand. You should wash all the way. See, I'm doing this is the way I was trained, up to the wrist, and rinse up to the wrist, rinse up to the other wrist, and hands shouldn't touch. You should have a towel or paper towel available, and so forth and so on. People try to use hand sanitizer as a substitute for water and soap. Listen, number one, our pores is our largest organ in our body. Anything we put on our skin, we're absorbing. Our skin is literally eating it, right? So just imagine just every day using hand sanitizer every day. It is not good for you to absorb that in your skin. So that's number one. Excuse me, you guys, I'm a little bit lethargic, but that's number one. Number two is you out of your mind? What's wrong with soap and water? I don't give a damn if you do it 5 or 20 times a day. Hand sanitizer is not going to it's been up. Hand sanitizer is not going to should not be a substitute for some goddamn water. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I don't know. Now, if you guys have any other remedies on how to clean your fruits and vegetables, please let me know. But the way I know, or the way I was taught, or how I know is baking soda. Baking soda, baking soda, baking soda. In the article that I read, they were saying contaminated water. So that shouldn't have sat well with you when I was reading that. What the fuck you mean contaminated water? Why would we have access to contaminated water? Because you got to remember, we got to drink and bathe in this bullshit. So with that being said, as we should be doing the extreme to make sure, especially if you live in the inner cities, to make sure that we're not being poisoned, you should have filters on your drinking water and your showers. Okay? please buy these filters. I'm actually gonna post. I'm gonna post some companies that you can buy shower heads from that have the filters. Some of them have the vitamin C. Some of them have the charcoal. Some of them have things to pretty much clean the water of all of the bacteria, most of the bacteria in certain things. Most of them cannot get the fluoride out. You need specific filters for that. I'm talking about for your shower. I don't know why people always, just only think about drinking the water, but you really definitely be concerned about the water you bathe in. So you could follow me on IG. I guess so Shaka can post all that information, and I'll definitely get that information out to you. The one that I have is Rain Shower. Uh, Dalton is the one I bought for the water. Um, Juice Bars have the Cajun water machines. So, however, just please make sure you get the filter for the shower. I also the one Rain Shower, they also have like a sack, and I think Dalton too, where you even if you want to bathe in it, and you feel the difference in the water. You feel the difference. So do your due diligence. There's a lot of naturopath herbalists who have gone through the studies to make sure that the compounds inside of whatever you're buying is real and it really is cleansing your water. Do the extreme. So, with that being said, cleansing your vegetables and your fruits should be cleansed with good water and baking soda. Okay? It cleans off all that bacteria, it cleans off all that stuff. I'm not sure if it's going to do anything regarding the GMOs and all those things, but at least getting a good cleanse on the outer layer of things is what you need to do for your fruits, okay? Please do that. If anyone has any other remedies in regards to that, please put it in the chat. Please also comment in the description below the video once this show is over. We would gladly appreciate it because we need remedy. We need remedy to we need to get ourselves together. So what you got to say about that, Shaw? I knew you was gonna say something slick.
The
I'm done.
dirtiest motherfucker out here.
I'm done. Well, you know what? Ooh, no, I ain't doing. Mm-mm. Right, right. You want to get all in there. Well, listen, washing your hands is washing your hands, but everyone may not know how to wash their hands properly. You do need some sort of training in that. Like it has to be 20 seconds. You have to go in between. You have to scrub your nails. Like however the doctors wash their hands when they have to do surgery is what you should be mimicking. That's what it is. Going up to the wrist. Once again, you should nowadays. This is why they have the running water, the sensor ones where you just put your hands in there and you don't have to touch anything. Another thing is if you're in public bathrooms or anywhere, get used to taking a towel to open the doorknob because it's like you're contaminating your hands again by touching things. So once again, I was trained for that stuff, and not everybody might not necessarily know that. In general, to be washing your hands, right? And don't just go in there and just water. Y'all be that's what the kids be doing. You know what I'm saying? Go back in. I tell my children, go back, make sure you wash your hands. All right.
Right.
My daughter
wash.
has it down packed now. Like she takes the towel, turn the knob, and all of that. Now we got it down packed. Like that is the proper way to wash your hands, and it should be for 20 seconds minimum, to really get it. Do it twice. Do it. Do it. Just do it. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Please.
Yep.
And you know what? I ain't shake. I'm not shaking hands no more. I'm not shaking hands no more. There was a young lady I had went to a orientation from. I was trying to get my daughter into this really really good school, and she actually walked around in a class and told us that she don't shake hands because she got really really sick. It was almost a near death experience because she shook
Mhm.
someone's hand, and it was a very rare common thing, and she got it just by shaking their hand by shaking their hand according to her. I can't remember what it was, but I don't even know how they can measure, how do they determine that it was from a handshake. I don't know, but that made me itchy. It made me itchy. I'm rubbing my legs now with my hands. Come on, wash your hands, yo. Wash your hands.
Word
You
up.
got brothers playing around, you know what I'm saying? Touching your body. Your
Niggas is
hands not
scratching they
washed.
niggas is scratching they balls and want to give a nigga a pound. Like, yo, what up, my dude?
Like my man, you smell like straight water.
I got ball hands.
Yo,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't. You
He got them
nasty.
ball hands.
And guys stay with their hands in their pants. Like it's just like a known thing that y'all do. Not everyone do it, but when y'all get real comfortable, and I see my cousins and my brothers. Once
You
no,
know
I
what
don't
I'm saying?
say
You
I don't know
gotta
if I see my
you
brother,
gotta
but
you gotta you gotta shift things around sometimes. Sometimes,
yeah, no,
things get bunched up. You know what I'm saying? You
y'all
know how y'all
stay
women
in
be,
your
you know,
pants. And I would
y'all
hear
gotta pull it. Y'all gotta pull like the panties out the crack of your
that's
ass and all
very
of that.
rare. That's just like if you had like,
You
well,
know what I'm
first of all, we
saying?
walk around with thongs sometimes, so
Well,
that's normal
well, you
for it to
know,
be
yeah.
in
Well,
your ass
a
crack.
thong is different. Your thong is different. You know what I'm
But
saying?
we don't. That's not all the time. Y'all stay
Listen.
sitting comfortable with your hands on your balls.
Right. Well, keep in mind, you know what I'm saying? Things got to be shifted when they got to be shifted.
How many? But what? You got two little balls right there. Everything should be right there in position. What the hell
What
need to
you
be
mean?
shifted? You
Listen.
gotta change the ball around and switch one to the other side. It's
Yeah.
time for that one to go on the left and the other one to go on the right. Like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Look.
You fellas, help your mans in them. Help your mans. Help your mans. What is the chat talking about?
Everybody saying peace. Shout out to the
Peace.
chat. Shout out to the moderators. You know what I mean? We outside
We
tonight.
outside.
We outside,
We in
inside.
these streets. That shit annoyed me when Rona hit and they literally built a fort outside, but you were still inside. I was upset. I was just so upset. What's going on?
It's
We
crazy.
went through it, man. I'm so happy we're here where we at right now. I'm not happy. We got a ways to go, but it's up to us. But we went through it, boy. I tell you.
Now, one thing that I want to bring to
It's the chat. What the
people's
chat talking
attention,
about?
they just saying peace. Everybody saying peace
All
to
right,
each
all
other.
right.
They saying
So
peace to us and peace to each other.
I hope y'all heard about the art. I hope y'all was in when I read that article about the hepatitis A in the strawberries. Listen, and y'all make sure y'all pass the information to family members who may not
Yeah,
know.
come on, B.
Hepatitis A is out there according to the CDC, and it's linked to strawberries from major stores
How
like
do
Walmart
strawberries get
and
STDs?
Trader Joe's.
The strawberry got an STD.
No, I think that's hepatitis B. That's an STD, not A.
Well, all that shit sound funny
It's B that's supposed to be an STD.
and not ha ha funny. I ain't talking about ha ha funny.
Yeah, so make sure you guys wash your fruits and vegetables really good. Wash your hands as we stated before. That was what the whole conversation was about. Stay the hell out of Walmart. Stay out of Walmart. Uh do something else. Go somewhere else. Here in Harlem in the projects, surprisingly, we have little gardens. People have gardens that they were assigned. So just link up with those local people who are growing their own stuff. Cause these people here, boy, I tell you.
Yeah. Shout out to Al Shalom.
What's going on, Al
He said
Shalom?
go organic, gods.
Organic. You gotta be
Organic.
careful with that word because
But
I'm
you
hearing.
gotta, yeah, you gotta make sure that whatever you eat is still has the seeds in it. Because if it don't have the seeds, then you might be partaking in GMO ingestion. So be careful with that, y'all. Y'all definitely don't want to deal with that GMO stuff because they putting all kind of stuff inside of different things. They are you're gonna be eating robo fruit. So be careful.
Be very, very careful out there. And the water's contaminated as well. So just be careful out
Yeah,
there.
they banging us on the water. They banging us with the air with spraying all kind of stuff. Talking about they trying to something with I forgot what they. It's something they said they. Some reason they said that they was spraying something in the air to do something. And all these chemtrails,
Yeah,
they
chemtrails
trying
is
to
really
give
resistant.
everybody brain damage. They trying to really mess with people's brains because the aluminum, and that's another thing. Be mindful of of having your food in aluminum. You know, be mindful of all of this stuff. I know or
Facts.
you just got to be careful. You know, you got to be extremely careful out here.
Well, moving forward, I don't know if you guys notice, but like a lot of these entertainers and these rappers are just they're always linked somehow to something, and they're always getting at risk of getting jail time. And this goes out to the young people who want to pursue a career in that area. Make sure that you are not connected or in any gangs when you're 12 and 13 and 14 and 15 years old, because these things just come back to haunt you. It's unfortunate that we have people who are super talented, make great music, and then later on they're linked to all type of indictments and gun charges or whatever. Atlanta rapper Young Thug and Gunna remain jailed on racketeering charges Monday in Atlanta, following a court hearing in a case in which prosecutors have accused them of being members of a violent street gang that committed multiple murders, shooting, and crackjacking. I don't know what the fuck, what carjacking. Excuse me. My thing is, and then here comes, I'm probably gonna have to erase a lot of these videos later on in the future with the people I'm connected with, but this reminds me of Ho in one and Ho in two, Oprah and Gail. I call them the chia ladies. You have a melanated female who is a judge that goes by the name of Jewel Wicker, who have the nerve to come up there and say Young Thug, who has millions, that a judge has denied bond for Young Thug at this time. Please just look at her. Her name is Jewel Wickers. Has denied bond for him at the time, citing a significant concern that he will be a danger to the community or could obstruct justice. Where they do that at? So I'm sorry. It always gotta be our own kind. It just always gotta be our own kind with the stupidness. What really? And the judge says that he is open to she says he is open to reconsidering future motions regarding bond. A Thug's trial is scheduled for January 9th, 2023. What the hell? Like, I
Oh
don't. I,
God, they pushed it back for the rest of the year. They gonna be sitting up
this
for the
man
rest of the
is
year, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what Young Thug and Gunna were doing. As of recently. But anything that has to do with their brand is taking a severe hit because they are not able to. They can't even go out there and work to pay the lawyers. If they, it's crazy. They can't even go out there and do what they do best to pay the lawyers
But that's
to
what, like,
defend themselves. They
how
can't
do
even.
they
They can't do it.
get that far and then just later on, poof, they have some issues. Anyway, I don't know what's going on, but I remember when the whole world was shut down with the Rona, you didn't hear about any mass shootings. You barely heard a whistle. A whistle. You didn't even hear a car moving, okay? The air just kind of purified and became clean with all the months that we were on supposed lockdown. So now the gunman, according to the Shade Room, a gunman who killed 4 people at Tulsa Medical Building on Wednesday targeted his surgeon, Dr. Preston J. Phillips. The shooter blamed the doctor for chronic pain he experienced after a recent back surgery. A letter recovered on the suspect made it clear he came with the intent to kill Dr. Phillips and anyone who got in his way, law enforcement said in a statement on Thursday. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all think y'all just gonna treat people like guinea pigs and do surgery and they're in pain for their lives, and you just, you got them signing all these, this paperwork, so you can't be sued, man. Some of these people are not having it. I do not condone any violence, but that man was in severe pain and he was coming for his surgeon. Period. It's unfortunate that 4 people died, and we all of these shootings all of a sudden happened. All of these shootings. It is just very interesting to me.
Everybody put their anger on pause. They said pause the anger for a minute.
Don't understand it. Don't understand it at all. Don't understand it. So, holding other sisters accountable, right? Holding other sisters accountable for their actions. For those of you who say we don't do it or it's not done often enough, let's listen to Vivica Fox explain her understanding.
Man, this chick.
Her understanding. Well, I think you'll be pleased with this. Of the situation between Will and Jada.
I never really cared for her like that.
I don't know why you don't care for her.
No, I'm just saying, I don't know.
You feel like she's washed?
No, I'm talking about before. I'm just saying, like, way back when, before all of the alterations to a grill. You know what I'm saying?
He is concerned about alterations.
No, I'm just saying, I'm trying to date it so that it's not making it seem like this has anything to do with anything recent. What she said, but
I believe that you're gonna be pleased with her understanding with Will and Jada. But I'm just trying to find out, what is your gripe with her? Like, I
don't know. I just she was like, I'm just talking about as far as her being an actress. Don't. We're going to be in court. I'm going to have to take you to court for defamation.
Defamation of character. You did say her alterations that had nothing to do with her being an actress, because she's a damn sure good actress.
It had everything to do with her being an actress, because she was getting older and she wanted to make sure she had that smooth, pulled back, elastic skin to get parts.
Okay.
That's why she went and got that surgery.
So
let's keep it a buck.
Okay. And what's wrong with that?
I didn't say anything was wrong with that.
So
I said I wasn't a fan of hers before that, just so people know that it's not just now. She was alright, but I wasn't a big fan of her then. That was the only reason I said that.
Why?
I don't know. The same reason why people don't like other people's music. I mean, I didn't like, she was alright. She wasn't that great.
Beat. It has rhythm. It has words in it. So maybe you don't like that, but you're not giving me in my opinion, a good explanation.
She didn't come off as a great actress to me. The way she, the part she played, she was all right to me. That's all I'm saying.
Do you guys agree with this? Do y'all agree? Do you consider her a good actress? I mean,
to
I
me, she's
don't know.
all right. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I
I
didn't
don't
see
know
her
if
in
I want
enough
to buy
roles with the
that.
roles. Hey, well, that's my
I think
opinion.
that
I'm
because
sticking
she
to it.
made alterations to her body, well, she looks damn good. I'm looking at her right now as we speak. I think
Right. I
you
mean,
have an
I'm not.
issue with
I'm not.
that.
I don't have an issue with her doing. That's her. You know what I'm saying? She can do whatever she want to do with her body. I don't have to live with it. She does. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't know,
and
guys.
if it works for her, it works for me. I'm just
I
saying
don't know.
she wasn't. She. I don't think she's
I
as
don't.
great an actress. And the fact that she's
He's
not
switching
getting
it
as
up.
much parts may support what I'm saying.
Shaka, everyone in the entertainment world is going to work, male or female, is working around the clock to make sure they keep their youthfulness and they look good, right?
All
And
right.
her not getting parts has everything to do with Hollywood and their perception and understanding on age and how you look and so forth and so on. So I don't know. That's a conversation that we can talk about later on. But it's just interesting how you know how you what you feel about her. I don't know what y'all think about that, viewers. I really want your opinion about that.
Vivica Fox.
But before we get into that, right? I don't want to get off track. I feel like what he's about to hear, he may be. I'm pretty sure he'll be pleased with it. I feel like as a sister holding another sister accountable. So let's hear what she got to say. I'm gonna have to stop and get my commentary in between it because I don't want to get flagged. But let's listen.
Was assaulted. We cannot forget that.
Okay, I'm gonna rewind that again. Okay, guys. Well, I don't know if I can.
For basically telling a joke that I really felt wasn't that bad. Let's not forget that this show was executive produced by Will Packer, an African American man. This night was a night of African American
Yeah.
and diversity for brown and black people.
This one.
That now will forever be scarred. I have love for the Smiths. I know the children. I've watched them grow up. I just wish that we could have had a little bit more accountability. And for it to not seem so self-righteous on Jada's part. And that's my feeling. I felt to be a good partner, there was no accountability. Will Smith was defending her honor. That was why the reason he walked on stage and slapped, because he felt like his wife had been offended. So for me to see no accountability as a partner, also let's not forget that Chris Rock was assaulted. We cannot forget that.
So she seems she's crying and seems distraught about the whole situation.
Will Packer, an African American man. This night was a night of African American and diversity for brown and black people.
Down and back, whatever.
That now will forever be scarred. I have love for the Smiths. I know the children. I've watched them grow up. I just wish that we could have had a little bit more accountability. And for it to not seem so self-righteous on Jada's part. And that's my feeling.
So apparently she tried to say little by saying much. She, feels like there's no accountability for Chris Rock being assaulted, and however, she felt like Jada was not self-righteous in her role in that whole situation, and she's holding her accountable. She is personally holding them accountable for that situation. It's unfortunate that that did happen. A lot of people feel like it was staged. I seen a old Shaka played on his page, and please go Shaka. Every time I make mention to people to go to his page, I've noticed that he's never around me. I've noticed that. But you know what? This is being recorded, so he's just gonna have to reference back. If you go on Shaka's IG page, he posts a very old flick of a man who went on the Oscar or I think the Oscar stage and slapped another man, a black man who went and slapped another man, literally the same way Will did it. And he did it for his wife because he didn't find the joke funny. Same thing. It was like it is a reenactment. I mean, literally the same thing. Every time I shout out your page and tell people to go follow your page, although you may not believe so, you're never around. Never. However, it's on his page. Please put everything in the description box. It's Shock Dogs on Instagram. You could be able to see it there. But I was blown away how, and he did it like a side by side. Will getting on the stage and slapping him. The way he slapped him is this identical to the way that it was shown on what was this played in the 1930s?
Nah, it wasn't that far ago. It was like the 60s.
The 60s. Let me tell you something.
Damn,
Identical.
you try to go way back like
Identical.
Like, it was a color. It was a color movie. The movie was in color.
I'm sorry.
The movie was in color, so it couldn't have been the 30.
Okay. I'm
But
way off.
now this is what really this is what's mind-boggling to me
I wish
too.
you can play that here.
How come?
This is crazy.
How come? You know what? I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. But how come it took weeks? No, was it weeks? No, we talking maybe a month or so before you heard a peep out of Jada. Because she had made a statement just recently.
That's celebrity stuff, though. That you know, they the timing. They got to talk to their PRs. I mean, you know that because we kind of have to deal with, you know, that type of stuff. You know, the timing, what you're gonna put out, the statements you're gonna put out. You know, we deal with that to some degree. You know, in our lives, how you're gonna say things. Is it gonna be compromising to the business and to you? So, you know, it is what it is. You know, she probably was advised, or things probably got so bad.
Byron said her tears on the show were fake.
Everyone said that.
Well, everyone can't be wrong.
Everyone said that. I'm
You know
trying to
saying?
figure
And
out.
she is an actress.
Well,
Just like
according
Will
to you,
and
it's not
Witchbook.
good. So maybe you're correct, since everyone noticed that it's fake.
Right. Hey.
I can't.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't. He has something.
She couldn't.
I
She
can't.
couldn't even pull that off.
I can't.
You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, it's one of them things, man. It's one of them things. She gotta, you know, she gotta figure it out. See, and this is the thing. This whole thing with celebrities and all of that other stuff, they're basically on stage every time there's a camera in front of them. You know, they have to play a certain part, even in their real life, because they're always auditioning for their next role. You know, that's kind of what social media has done for people. You know what I'm saying? It made them sort of like, you know, actors and actresses and stuff like that, because people have now a vehicle that they can control, that they can do what they want to do, and you know, the audience basically decides whether it's a yay or a nay based off of their, you know, viewership. So who the hell knows what the hell Vivica was thinking? Why did she, who had nothing to do with nothing, even have to fix her lips to say anything about it? Like, we all moving on and you bringing us back.
Well, that's on the Wendy Williams show, and I believe that question was asked of her. So,
Okay.
in all fairness to her,
So
That
then I
was
stand
she's on the
corrected on that.
Yeah, she was on the
You know what I'm
Wendy
saying?
Williams show.
But golly, you know what I'm saying? She had nothing to do with it. Why the hell is the audience even bringing it back?
Once again, Shaka, we're in the entertainment world. You got producers, you have all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Now,
got
I'm
an
gonna tell you,
assistant
since you
right
really
now
want
where
to go
she's-
into it, since you want to go into it, this is what I
we
know.
have an assistant
Let me tell
right
you what
now.
I know.
So she's already informing us on
Let-
what to say, what to do, how to
Let
get
me-
our brand and marketing. These people tell you what to do. They tell you what to do. You know what I mean? Now you have a right to say yay or no.
So let me
but
tell
that's
y'all
what it
this.
is.
Let me tell y'all this. Because Vivica
He
was
don't like her,
vocal
like her.
about
and she's
Um,
fine. She's gorgeous for her age. Period.
okay,
Period.
for her age, yeah. But what I'm saying is,
Whatever.
you know what I'm saying? I don't really want to go in on her like that because you kind of, I feel like you baiting me. But
I ain't
the
baiting
thing
you.
is this.
You hating.
I'm not hating on her. I'm not hating on her.
Listen. Okay. Can I say
Because
something?
I'm not a big fan of hers.
No.
Yeah, she's a very attractive woman. She's a very attractive woman.
May I say something? Can
But
you guys?
I don't like her acting.
Can you guys give me the name of the white female who dated 50 Cent? I'm leading to something here. What is the white woman's name that dated
Chelsea
50?
Handler.
Chelsea
I
Handler.
can tell you that one.
Okay, so
And
Shaka.
she's bad at acting.
No, Shaka and I were having a private conversation.
Yeah, she's bad.
This lady,
Like she's worse than Vivica.
no, and her image was on there, and I made mention, oh, this is the lady who dated 50 Cent, and I said, I don't know how Vivica got in there, but this white lady's image is on the screen as we're having this conversation, but he chose to say Vivica is washed. That was your statement right there. But I'm trying to register in my mind. So this woman is not washed, and so much so I asked you what was their age difference. You understand what I'm saying? And you referred back to the surgeries or whatever she had done, which that is typical in the Hollywood. It's nothing that men are doing it. So I'm saying to myself, how do you see Vivica in that light, and you don't see that with this white woman here, Chelsea or whoever the hell he dated? Why you didn't say they both was washed, but you emphasized on Vivica? So I would like to know how you're gonna wiggle your way out out of that.
Because one,
She was all on 50 Cent or whatever. It's just very interesting because she made certain comments about her relationship with him, and she ran with it a little bit. It was
she went.
But the white lady, it was fine.
No.
Because
no.
I've heard the white lady, Chelsea, is that her name?
Chelsea
speak about
is
50
somebody
Cent in
that-
some of her skits and stuff like that.
Right.
I
And
heard her also speak about him in other interviews of how he was a gentleman way after their breakup. But no one sees that. But everyone is targeting Vivica. How come?
I don't know who's targeting Vivica. You know what I'm saying?
You are.
So I'm not targeting her. I mean, you basically brought her up as
Yes.
far as what she was saying, and her saying what she said is cool. You know what I mean? I'm just saying because we were getting a little bit deeper into it. You know what I'm saying? Because what was all right? This is not a swipe or anything, but what was Vivica doing on the show at that particular time? What was she promoting
On the Wendy Williams
on the Wendy
show?
Williams show?
Well,
what was she promoting?
Wendy is out of commission right now, so there are always guest features
So
on the
she
show.
was a guest host.
Yes, a guest host.
Okay, all right. No, I didn't know. I don't watch Wendy. I mean, I like
But you know that
Wendy's.
she's washed, though.
Who?
No, I'm just.
Oh.
I'm just.
So my thing was, it. See, this is the thing. Everything is a play on everything
I don't
else.
like it, guys.
Because Vivica had went viral and her name was out there in regards to what she said about Kevin Samuels, then you bring her on because now it's like you bring her on and people are going to want to see what she may have to say about whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about it, the producers could have people in the audience ask specific questions about things that happened. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be controversial, of course.
Right.
That's what they
Because controversy sells. So that's the reason why she was on the show, because she had just been in a controversial situation pertaining to Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not wrong about that. That's something I know because I know I know a little bit about how certain things work and how people will piggyback off of things in the entertainment field. You know, so you know, I ain't got nothing but love for Vivica Fox. I'm only banging on her acting skills, and everybody in here said her best acting, her best part was in Kill Bill. They said that was her best role. That's what the chat's saying.
Okay, granted,
Not
but
me.
this is not about acting skills. This is about a private conversation that we had in regards to Chelsea and Vivica being mentioned.
You know
and
why
you
I said
her
that? Because
washed,
they.
and Chelsea, you just looked at her as whatever.
No, Chelsea is washed too.
You didn't make mention of that. I was waiting for that, but you didn't do that. And then you went so much to go on and speak about, Vivica.
You know why?
And her.
Because
you keep
the reason why
to
I said something
her.
about Vivica, let me explain to you.
Okay.
The reason why I said something about Vivica is because the thing that they had in common was that they both dated 50 Cent. Now, it seems like Vivica was very, very, like, she was very, up in her feelings when 50 kind of pushed her to the side to then date Chelsea Handler, because he went from Vivica to Chelsea.
May I say something? All of this may be true, right? But the headlines in certain times kind of really bashed her for keep commenting in regards to her relationship to 50 Cent. Is that true? 50 Cent even commented on that. Is that true? About Vivica dating him, right? There was the last on Vlad TV, she was asked about 50, and they only cut out, you know what they do, edited a portion of the video and made it seem like she was obsessed with him, right? This is what the headlines put out there, and this is how people fall for it. You and I know how this works because we're in the entertainment world. Okay. I have bear witness that the lady Chancey, please forgive me if I'm saying her name incorrectly. I have seen and listened to interviews where she spoke about 50 Cent way after they've been broken up, and how he was a gentleman during their time of dating, and spoke about how kind he was, and the headlines never portrayed her as being a D-rider, or portray her as this or portray her as that, right?
Yeah.
We
know that there's a double standard.
Right, there is a double standard.
There is
a
clear
double standard. And I felt like you were falling for it.
No.
I felt like you were falling for it.
No.
I feel offended as a melanated woman for you to look at Vivica Fox, someone who's beautiful, and not say that same statement about Chancey and say she's washed. And then your reasons is because she had surgery. You didn't mention any of her acting skills at the time. She may be not such a good actress. I'm pretty sure she would do way better than you and I, given the amount of time that she's been in the thing. So that's just my sentiments about it. It's just that we need to stop falling for the okie doke. Our women are beautiful, and I feel like our women are not being looked in, I don't know, just the light as every other race by our own men. It just seems that way. And then when you bring it up or you mention it by way of what you say, the story kind of gets shifted somehow. I don't know. What is the chat talking about? What is the chat talking about? I know this was a definitely tight convo. It's all good though.
They said, Shalom says, she's in her feelings. She's emotional. That's what Shalom said. Then Wiz says, Magic Johnson's wife Cookie should be talked about.
What about
Shouts
her?
to her, wonderful, amazing woman.
Well,
I don't know what
who's
I
in their
don't
feelings?
I don't know.
Me or
He said
Vivica?
Vivica.
And her feelings about what? Like, I
I
mean,
don't know. He didn't elaborate on it.
Yeah,
Then
maybe
Byron
she's in her
said
feelings.
Vivica's words were good on the show and has meaning.
I don't know how this turned around, guys. I mean, she may have been acting, granted, but I just felt like you guys would have received the message because it seemed like she was not co-signing Jada Pickens' behavior as I am not. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she, although
Jada Pickens behaved. Jada didn't do nothing. She didn't behave no kind of way.
okay, let me bring that back again. And her and Will's personal situation that has spiraled out of control. Do you feel like she's manipulating Will? She's controlling Will. She's his will for protecting her because by way of her expectations. Do you feel like? What do you feel about their whole relationship?
I don't know. I don't have enough
From what?
information.
Because we don't really
to-
know, right?
Yeah,
Just
so
based
I'm not
off
going
of.
to speak on something that I don't know about. You know what I'm
This
saying?
is true. This is true.
I'm not even going to touch that. That's their situation. You know, and even I don't even want to speak on things that we see on social media because all of that can be calculated. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm telling
it doesn't
y'all,
even make
I've learned
sense.
so much. I've learned so much. I've learned so much. I've been around so much. I've learned so much, and all of this can be calculated easy, easy.
Al Shalom said about her story.
Okay, okay,
Byron said she's definitely manipulating Will Smith.
okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, if they put their lives out in public, you know, we can judge. You know,
Right. You put it out there for the world to see. Don't get
Yeah.
upset with what you hear.
right? Or your interpretation of what you hear or see,
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially since y'all so
You
calculated.
know, she said she had a lot to say. Will tried to take the high road up to a certain point,
Right.
and you know, Will is probably in his feelings right now, and you know, just trying to keep a certain demeanor about him because he doesn't want to be, he doesn't want to go tit for tat with her, especially in the public of, you know, in the court of public
Right. I
opinion,
wouldn't want to
because you know, you say one thing, just like you said with Vivica, they turn around and chop this one little piece and threw that out there. The
Right.
media, that's what they do. The media does that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they'll do it to you.
They'll take one little thing. If you say one thing wrong, they'll take it and go, "Oh, did you hear what this mother just said? Yo, he said that. You know, George Bush don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye said, but Kanye was, he made it clear. He said it on live, so you couldn't
Yes.
cut it. You know what I'm saying?
No, they can do that too, though.
No,
I've
you
seen-
can't
I've
cut
seen
it when
them
it's-
alter live. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, they can't
I've
can't
seen
really
them do
cut it. They can stop it from being heard, but they can't cut it and edit it. They can't edit it when it's live like that. You know what I'm saying? They can basically just cut it and try to stop what's being said from being said. But what the hell do I know? I don't know.
What do we
Goddamn
know?
thing.
Right. So I don't know if we spoke last time we were on. Afisha gave me some. She and I have had some previous conversations about the UFO sightings and about finally the government having a discussion, a meeting about it to some extent, although the rest they chose to have in private. But let's I wanted to just, if I did, forgive me, I'm just going to touch base on it again. So they just decide. I don't know. I'm going to read a little bit of this article. Is from Observer.com. UFOs in Fort Bragg and defense spending. What National Defense Authorization Act says. Fort Bragg will see more than 27.2 million in military construction projects from the defense spending bill signed into law last week, which was this was published on January 9, 2022. A bill that covers changes to military sexual assaults investigation that direct to the Pentagon to investigate instances of UFOs. The 768.2 billion National Defense Authorization Act, which outlines defense spending and policy charges, was signed December 27th, President Joe Biden. Republican Senator Tom Tillis, who is a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, and said that a top priority is ensuring the Fort Bragg and North Carolina's other military installation have the support and resources they continue to play a critical role in protecting our nation from the said UFOs. According to a new release from Tillis, a project for Fort Bragg include $19.5 million for a microgrid that will use existing and new generators, and $7.7 million for an emergency water system. Where they doing that at? Republican Senator Richard Burr said the bill approved by the Senate enhances the national defense strategy to address evolving 21st century threats. Are we having threats now? Okay. As we continue to counter aggressions from our adversaries and recover the pandemic, these defense spending bill making significant investments. Okay. So I'm not gonna. I wanted to get to. They're going into the Ukraine and Russia and all this stuff, but I say that to say this, that they are supposedly so concerned about these UFO sightings now. So concerned. And they keep having these meetings. They keep having it private. They put some in the public. It's just like whatever at this point. So it's something that you guys can look into. I don't know what's going on. Once again, remember to wash your hands. Hepatitis A is out there. Listen, if you feel like you don't want to buy any strawberries at this point, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't know what's next. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be something. There's nothing we can hide. We can't hide from any of this. The best thing we can do right now is just take necessary precautions, which we should have been doing anyway, which is washing our fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. Our sister, Miss Jones, had posted something that was so it was just real disturbing about children that was missing in a certain county and was found, but was found at a police officer's house, and a whole crowd of people were literally watching it and filming. The fellow officers letting a van go in front of the house and transporting people into this van, which it's got to be children in there. It's just so disturbing what's going on. So I say that to say this. Please make sure that you watch your children. Keep a close eye of all the children in the community, because you never know if your next door neighbor is kidnapping your kids. And all these so-called officers, right? These people who have an oath to protect are more than likely the ones you got to look out for. You literally got to look out for them. They're the ones doing all this bad stuff. I wish I could play this video for you guys in regards to these people in distress watching officers protect a fellow officer that have kidnapped children in his house. Okay? You can't make that up. Shaka. Um,
Yep.
what was the other article?
The other article that I wanted to talk about was Canada is basically decriminalizing drug use or certain drugs. They're saying that if you got, you know, 2.5 grams of either cocaine, crystal meth, or some other opioids. They given a 3-year thing. You're not going to be arrested or charged if you get caught with it. Now this is on the Pacific side. This is British Columbia, Canada, which is on the west coast of Canada. You know what I'm saying? So they're falling in line with um they're falling in line with uh they're basically falling in line with these these situations that's going on in Portland, or yeah, I think it's Portland, Oregon, who did the same thing. They said they was decriminalizing certain drugs and stuff like that, and it's 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 uh it's crazy. Matter of fact, let me read y'all the article. Let me read y'all some of this stuff real quick. Y'all could check it out. Oh. So what it says is Canada's government has announced that it will allow the province of British Columbia to try a 3-year experiment in decriminalizing possession of small amounts of drugs, hoping it will help stem a record number of overdose deaths by easing a fear of arrest by those who need help. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. How the hell is the fear of getting arrested making people overdose? Like, they taking it so quick because they want to get it in their system before they get caught by the cops? Is that what they trying to say? All right. It says the policy approved by the federal officials doesn't legalize the substances, but Canadians in the Pacific Coast province who possess up to 2.5 grams of illicit drugs for personal use will not be arrested or charged. Now it says the 3-year exemption effective January 31st will apply to drug users 18 and over, 18 and older, and includes opioids, cocaine, methamphetamines, and MDMA, also known as ecstasy. Now, please help me with this one. What am I missing? You know that that is cool for them to do that on the basis of they want to eliminate the fear. So now people are going to be out there fearless and high. So they're going to be fearless, but they still going to be high. Do y'all really think that that's going to help reduce the amount of overdoses? Or are they out there condoning the use of these drugs in order to keep the overdoses continuing to happen? What do y'all think about that? I'm just saying. Byron said it's because of the opioid addiction and it affects mostly white people. I would agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they don't start remixing stuff until it really starts to affect the suburbia. When the things from the urban communities start to seep into suburbia, then people now we got people's attention on the matter. So I would definitely agree with that, and you know, for the most part. Now, um, it's really unfortunate. I gotta speak about this as well. Now, um, there's a football player, an ex-cowboy who has unfortunately passed away. Um, I'm trying to find the article right now. Marion Barber. Marion Barber. Oh shucks. Um. Um. Dang, where is this article? Well, I was trying to find out more information. I was, yeah. Um, but there's certain things going on, with this guy, and we need to. Oh snap. Okay, I ain't even going to entertain that. Uh, but it's unfortunate, people are succumbing to death at a fairly young age. And he was only 38 years old. That's one thing that I do know. Marion Barber, former Dallas Cowboy, was 38. Now, what I wanted to really speak about was Johnny Depp basically, walking out of there with his head held high while he was high. It says actor Johnny Depp has won his defamation case against his ex-wife Amber Heard. However, he must still pay her $2 million. On Wednesday, the jury awarded the City of Lies actor $15 million in damages, concluding a 6-week trial. Heard has accused Depp of being physically and sexually abusive. So now she has to pay this man $13 million because $2 million stays in her pocket, and they're already trying to say that she is unable to pay $13 million to him. Well, you know what that means. Another situation is Selena Powell hit with 2 years in prison for violating her probation terms. Now, this is interesting here. It says influence and professional superstar side chick Selena Powell has been sentenced to 2 years in prison. Powell was initially arrested in 2015 for being a getaway driver in a theft ring. She was sentenced to probation. All right, I'm not even going to go there with that, which she habitually violated. Prosecutors say the IG model failed to comply with court-mandated drug and alcohol testing on several occasions. She was arrested on May 1st for failing to show up for a court date. So she basically, got to sit up. You know what I'm saying? She could be doing her IG posts from the jail, like, she could do TikTok from jail, like the brothers up north be doing. They be doing TikTok and all that live from jail. So I don't think it'll hurt her credentials. Peace, Jay. I don't think it'll hurt her credentials much. She could still be the internet sensation with her girlfriend, her stud girlfriend. So we got a couple of things. The Buffalo mass shooter indicted on domestic terrorism charges. You know, I think at this point sometimes they do this to try to pacify the masses. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do certain things that's just blatant and you do it the way you do it, and then they try to give people like this dude here some any kind of consideration. It's safe to say that somebody gonna have to answer for that shit if it does go down. You know. So these are here you go. Former Dallas Cowboy running back Marion Barber passes away at age 38. It says former Dallas Cowboy running back Marion Barber was found dead in his apartment in Texas on Wednesday, according to the Fort Worth Star Telegram. Police responded to a welfare check at Barber's apartment after calls were made about a water leak. Police spokesperson released a statement about the incident. To the public. Lavelle continues. Frisco police, along with Collin County medical examiner, are investigating an unattended death at the location. So his death is still unknown at this time. So our prayers go out to the Barber family. I think he had a brother that's also an NFL player, or maybe now a former NFL player. I think he had siblings that played in the game along with him. So that's unfortunate, and our condolences go out to him and his. And it's a lot going on out here. You know, it's a lot going on, and we're starting to see a lot of different things come to light. So that's what it is. And at this point, I want to shout out the chat. I want to say we appreciate y'all for always riding with us, having a good time with us, and holding us down. Um, um, I wanna say that the way that things are going on right now is very important to make sure that your mental is protected. Your mental is very fortified, because your mind is being attacked now. Your spirit is being attacked. So it's very important for you to stay strong, stand strong, and do what's necessary to maintain that peace, because that's the last bit of real estate that they are trying to get to. And once they get that, you can kiss your ass goodbye. So we're gonna shut this down. You know what I'm saying? We're about to get up out of here. Again, I appreciate y'all for being a very strong-willed people. We love our audience. We love the people that rides with us. So yeah, yeah. You stay away from the monkeypox. Now, monkeypox, keep in mind, take the K out of monkeypox, and what do you have? Moneypox. Keep in mind, they trying to get every dime that the previous administration gave to y'all. They not letting y'all spend it the way y'all want to spend it. They making y'all spend it the way they want y'all to spend it. So definitely keep that in mind. and keep away from them sexually transmitted strawberries. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, yeah, don't be so quick. Don't be so quick to jump on somebody's strawberry. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be getting lined. It might be lining your ass up. You know what I'm saying? For the hep tep. So, for the goddess Kia, my name is Shaka El Bay. You can check me out on Instagram. That is Shock Dogs on Instagram. I go hard with it, and I invite anybody to challenge the information that I bring. I'm looking for the smoke because I'm almost certain y'all don't want the smoke that I'm gonna give y'all. So, you know, I'm putting it out there like that. Shout out to the co-host Waji. Shout out to our moderators in the building. Shout out to the chat. And we're going to say peace with a word we're going to go out with our sponsors. You know, shout out to our sponsors, Carbon Juice Lounge and Adman Walking. We appreciate y'all. We'll be here next week. Same bat time. Well, maybe a little earlier, hopefully. But definitely the same bat channel. You're watching House of Harlem TV on House of Harlem Studios. Peace.
Adman Walking is a very cost-efficient, effective and an unprecedented way to advertise. The Adman Walking team has years of experience with promotional activities. We are innovative, adaptive, and unique to the advertising world. Taking ads where no ad has gone before. Adman Walking. We get the word out and get your brand noticed. Taking ads where no ad has gone before.